Okay, so the first card is vehemence, which is talking about dealing with somebody or somebody making you very, very angry, and you're very upset with this person. You can see this man's chasing off this little kid, so you can see that you've had some kind of encounter with somebody that has really bothered you and has really angered you. And now you've got this card of pilgrimage, and this is maybe you've been taking, maybe taking a journey, a business trip, maybe recently, or maybe you've just come back from a journey or a business trip. You've got the plow over here. You've been working extremely hard. This is meant a little bit of physical work as well. This could well be mental work as well, because it's the card ruled by Mercury. So, you've been really putting your shoulder to the grindstone, so to speak. So working extremely hard. And this could be, starting a project off. So, just starting off doing something and working extremely hard. So in the past, you've got the uneasiness card. Whatever you've been doing, you've not been getting along with people around you. Maybe they've been making you feel uncomfortable in whatever you're doing. You've got a card of indecision, which is usually the Lover's card. So there's some kind of choice that you have to make. You're trying to decide which way to go, and you're trying to pick the thing that is most important. So this has been happening in the past. So going to the future, you've got the Hierarch over here, and this is getting some kind of advice. It's the Hierophant card. In this case, it's ruled by Mercury in Virgo. So doing a lot of thinking, weighing a lot of options, and focusing on your work and trying to find solutions. Maybe seeking some kind of expert advice as well. So you might need to do that in order for you to make this decision. You might need to get some kind of expert input before you make that decision. And then you've got the Biplicity card over here. That is, you're trying to reach a state of harmony. You're trying to get along with the people. You're trying to reach some kind of peace within that situation that you're dealing with. So something has upset you. You're trying to get back your balance again. And, maybe you also with this Biplicity being in two minds about something, but there's a lot of insight coming in for you as well. So, just rely on your instincts on how to proceed forward. So here you are trying to get that advice that you need in order for you to, achieve what you want to achieve. So you've got the Knave of Wands over here. Now this is generally a energy of fire signs, but this is also receiving some kind of messages or doing some kind of travel. So you might be starting a new project, building it up, and you're expecting some kind of news to come in. So beginning something, you might be collaborating with people from, internationally as well. But this is also, starting to build. You've got the scaffolding over here. So you're laying some plans in place over here. You've got a new idea, and you've just started it. And you're also waiting for some kind of news to come in about this. So maybe you made some kind of proposal. Maybe you want a new, maybe you want to start something new, and you're waiting for that offer to come in as well. So this is getting some news about that particular project or that particular enterprise that you want to do. So what's going on around you? You're dealing with some really difficult situations over here, some kind of obstacles that are causing a little bit of problems. It is making you very angry, whatever you're dealing with. So there might be some setbacks that are going on. You can see this person is extremely angry. You're getting some message about it that's going to cause you to act. You've got this woman with this red ribbon around her waist. So something coming in for you. This news is going to, spur you into action, really, and you're dealing with a lot of difficulties, a lot of setbacks at the moment, and it's making you really angry. You're trying to sort things out one at a time, but you're having to be very aggressive about the whole situation. Now you are in a situation where maybe you're waiting for this abundance to come in, and something is preventing this payment or this money or this abundance from coming in. And there are setbacks, and maybe this is causing loss because these people are accumulating all these grapes. So the abundance is there, and they are harvesting. This is the Four of Wands. This is usually a celebration card, but something has come in like these mice or these rats are now eating away at whatever they've accumulated. So something is causing a loss, or difficult people causing problems, or difficult situation causing, or difficult setbacks causing problems and causing loss. And this was unforeseen, but you're having to deal with it. So this is putting you on your guard and making you feel very upset. So in the past, you've got the Three of Cups. You've been spending a lot of time with family, in the past few years. Maybe you had a lot more free time to devote to your family and get your, home life sorted out. With the Three of Cups, it's also about celebrating or meeting people up. But in this deck, it's about spending time at home and giving people, your family a lot more attention than what you've been doing in the past. And getting, tasks that you had in the home sorted out. Maybe you were ignoring them prior to that because of your, being very busy. Now, the Eight of Cups is, you're being very strategic about how you're working. You might want to leave an old situation behind, and it seems like whatever you're facing at the moment, you're facing very, very stiff competition. So whatever you're doing, you're coming up with a plan. You're trying to do this thing very, very logically and, play the game very strategically. But you also want to leave an old situation behind because it's no longer giving you satisfaction. So whatever job you're doing may not be producing the rewards that you want, and maybe you want to leave it and move on. You've got the Knave of Cups over here, so you're waiting for some kind of message for an offer. So this particular enterprise over here with the Knave of Wands is expecting a new project to come in, and here it's waiting for a new offer. You might also be considering there's some kind of information that you're waiting for over here, and you might even be considering starting some study of a further course, something to do with higher education as well, and maybe you're waiting for news about that as well. So going into the future, you've got the Ten of Swords over here. So there was a very, very difficult situation you were dealing with. So this might be the Wands, all these problems that you've been facing that's making you very upset. And it looks like with the Ten of Swords, whatever happens, you're going to have to just walk away from it because it's not going to, it produces some kind of loss, some kind of setback that you cannot remedy. And with the Ten of Swords, it's based on the fact that people are not getting along, or there might be some gossip or some betrayal that is going on around you, and you might need to just walk away from it. It might be a situation that cannot be remedied. With the Ten of Swords, it's the end of that difficulty or that difficult cycle that you're going through, and now moving on to begin something new. So you might just have to walk away from it because it can't be remedied. You can't resurrect it. You're going to just have to leave it behind and walk away. Now, wherever you are, you're feeling very restricted, you're feeling very tied up, you're feeling like people are preventing your progress. You've got the devil, the statue of Anubis standing in front of the staircase over here. So you want to progress, but something is preventing you. And no matter how much you've, how much you've prayed about it, or how much of effort you've put to try and shift this energy, it seems like a very negative energy, a very controlling energy. So somebody over there in your work is really preventing you from making progress. And no matter how much you've tried, it feels as though you're being manipulated in that situation, and you can't move forward. So being very restricted and very unhappy. It's a very negative card. The surroundings are pretty dark, so it looks like you've tried, but whoever this person is, or whatever this energy is preventing you from actually progressing. So you've got the Hierophant over here, and this is either doing a course, so either you are learning something new or getting expert advice from somebody, or you become a mentor or become a teacher. So this is about exchange of information. This is also about getting advice about how to manage your money, and that is going on around you. So you're either acting as a mentor or in a teaching capacity, or you are getting advice on how to deal with your financial issues or deal with that particular situation, doing a lot of research as well with this Hierophant card. So you want to start something brand new. There's a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. This is your hopes. So there's a new project that you want to take on, and you're hoping that you get access, or you're hoping that you're able to do that. You really are enthusiastic to start this particular new project that you have in mind. You want to start something new, really. So coming up for you, you've got the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is about, usually about loss, but there could be a health issue going on over here. So just watch your health. This person is being visited by the doctor. And, maybe all the stress is going to be, having some kind of impact on you. So make sure you're de-stressing and looking after yourself. If you need some kind of medical help or medical advice, please make sure that you go and take it. This is also about, worrying too much about not having enough money. So this is about financial worries or financial situations. Maybe all this problems that you're facing with the Seven of Wands is producing some kind of financial issues or financial loss for you, and you're very worried about it, and it's having some kind of impact. Maybe you're having anxiety attacks about it. Now, you've got the Six of Cups over here. You can see this man is sitting with his hands over his ears. So, it looks like you're a bit stuck in whatever you're doing. You may need to actually look at things from a different angle. Maybe there's some advice that is coming in for you that will allow you to change the way you do things. So maybe this is the reason why you need to actually get some of this advice or do some kind of learning, some kind of research. Because you might be stuck in the past in the sense that you're doing things the same way that you've always done it. And it's gotten a bit old-fashioned, so you might need to change the way you do things and take advice. So with the Six of Cups, it's, just being stuck in that past or stuck in an old idea and, not really renewing yourself. So you might need to renew your practices, or update the way you do things in order for you to move forward. And this might require you going and doing some retraining. With this Eight of Pentacles, it's retraining or getting some information while you're working on the job. So you're able to multitask. You're very, very good at that. You're very good at what you're doing. But maybe that particular way in which you do things has gotten, a bit old. It's gotten a bit old-fashioned maybe, and you need to really update yourself. So you might need to actually go and do some further study, doing a refresher course of something in order for you to update your information or update your skills. So that might be the thing that takes you out of any kind of situation. And maybe this is the thing that's going to be, by updating your skill set, you will be able to open the doors for you to get a new job, or for you to be promoted, or for you, for you to move forward from the place that in which you're stuck. So that might be something well worth considering. So these are the Fairy Tarot, and this is for the Oracle read, and it says unfounded fear, focusing on the worst case scenarios and allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So with the Nine of Winter, it's an anxiety card. You're very, very stressed out. You're very upset about something, and you're not even sleeping at night. So, you might need, like I said, you might need to work out a plan on how to actually overcome this, and maybe going for a refresher course of some sort is going to be the thing that gets you out of this situation. You've got the Eight of Summer over here, a desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on and choosing to make major life changes. So this is like the Eight of Cups, so you do really want to move away. So you've been thinking about it for a little while over here. You're planning out some kind of strategy on how to make this move, and it looks like, you might well do that. You might leave the situation behind and go and start something new. You've got the Six of Winter over here. This is also movement away from something difficult. So there are two movement cards over here. Maybe you're thinking of leaving this particular job that you're doing and going for something else that is much, more up your alley. And you've got positive changes on their way, a welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. So it looks like maybe you want to change jobs. This could also be a business trip that you're taking, but it looks like with both cards, the Eight of Cups as well as the Six of Swords, it's like moving away from a difficult situation and moving into something that is much calmer and much with less stress associated with it. And it looks like that's the way you want to go. So both these cards are moving away from the Nine of Winter. So you're very, very stressed. And it looks like it's having some health implications as well, because you've got this Five of Pentacles, not feeling really well, feeling very anxious, and, getting ill. So it looks like, maybe you've decided that there's too much of stress with this particular job and you want to move away to something else. So this is where you're at. You're trying to make the decision about moving away from it, but the cards also suggest that you might need to take some kind of refresher course, some kind of some new information needs to come in for you to change your methods of practice, and that might get you out of the situation of stress and anxiety. Because once you have that information, you have more authority and you will not be so stressed when dealing with difficult situations. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now.